Ch.2. The nameless cat remembered that the sponges had departed to the west, so he figured going in that direction would be the best place to start. "The sooner I get going, the sooner I get petting," he said aloud. "But it's already 5:10, and it would be a shame to miss dinner." He returned home for his evening meal, and as always it was presented to him on time. When finished, he licked his paws, back and shoulders. Once spotless, he curled up against a clean white towel for a nap. After all, who doesn't enjoy a mouthful of cat hair when wiping one's face on a towel? When the cat awoke, the village bell was chiming 9 in the morning, so much for a short nap. The bell finished, and the dry people emerged from their homes just the same as the day before. The cat joined them on the streets, only he didn't intend to scuttle around the town as they were. He would leave this town and the people behind in hopes of changing their ways. Several dry people nearly stepped on him, but he was quicker than their careless feet. Thankfully, it wasn't long before he made it to the other side of town. Without giving it too much thought, the cat turned and looked back at his home one last time. Now was the time to turn back. But turn back to what? No. Something had to change, and he seemed to be the only one to do it. There were no signs of life on the path, just a few wilted trees and sorry-looking bushes. The land was flat, as if the hills forgot how to stand, and the ground was dry, so much so that the cat could feel it sucking the moisture from his paws. His feet pattered against the ground as clouds of cool mist streamed out of his nose and the corners of his mouth. It felt as if the air was trying to take the moisture from him as well. He could have checked his reflection in a puddle to be sure his fur was spotless, but there weren't any around. It occurred to him that he should have found a way to carry some water with him, but turning back now seemed like a waste of time. He would have to be content with the idea that he looked his best, and that he would find some water to drink along the way. Many hours went by, and nothing changed. No water in sight, and the scenery just continued in its monotonous display. It all looked the same, and at times he wasn't sure whether he gained any distance at all. In the back of his mind he wanted to ask for help, knowing that the Creator of life had the ability to intervene. But there was something that told him it would be useless. Had the Creator been there from the start, then why were the sponges allowed to drain the village to begin with? No, he was determined to find his own way. Suddenly something sharp jabbed his paw. He looked down and saw what appeared to be a seed. "What are you doing in such a poor place?" the cat asked the seed.
"A farmer dropped me here,"
the seed replied,
"and I expect to grow."
"But you are in the way," the cat replied, "and when you grow tall, you'll be cut down."
"I didn't think of that,"
the seed shuddered. Just then, a crow swooped down and grabbed the seed in its beak. The bird clumsily fluttered its wings, dropped the seed into a nearby patch of thorns, and cawed loudly as it flew back to the sky. The cat approached the area in the bushes, being careful not to brush his coat against the thorns.
"Now I can grow and always be protected,"
the seed exclaimed. "Only for a while. You may grow big, but the thorns will rip you to shreds."
"Oh, woe is me,"
the seed whimpered.
"What shall I do? I don't wish to be slashed to bits. What a sad life I have."
"Don't worry," the cat said softly, feeling a sudden and unusual urge to help. "I will set you free." He crouched down and stretched a paw under the bushes, feeling beneath the thorns. At the tip of his pad he could barely touch the seed. It was like another cat lying comfortably out of reach, knowing full well that someone wanted to pet him. Something the nameless cat had done many times himself. "I can't quite reach you," the cat said, grunting as he stretched. Just then a gust of wind blew the seed off the ground, through the thorns, and set it down on a nearby rock.
"At last I have settled!"
the seed shouted happily. Standing back on all fours and licking the dirt from his paw, the cat once again instructed his helpless acquaintance. "How shall you grow without a place for your roots?"
"But there must be a way," said the flustered seed. "I cannot worry about that now. If I don't get back to work soon, I will never bloom."
"But there is no moisture on that dry rock. You will be unnourished and wither away." After thinking about it, the cat realized that there wouldn't be enough moisture for the seed to grow in normal conditions anyway. And since he was hungry, and there was no hope for the seed, he ate it.